Up next, we have a very funny man. Get him up to the stage. Start clapping right now. Wes Corwin, everybody. Get him up here.
Hey, how are you guys doing? That's cool. What do you guys think about sports? How do you guys feel about sports? What do you guys like about sports? Yeah. That's cool. I think they're going to go all the way this year. Really positive about those sports. Big old sports fan, you know? That's me. I love those sports. I think that there should be rival teams to existing sports teams that were, like, named to go against them. Like, there's a basketball team called the Boston Celtics. There should be a basketball team called the New England Drunk Tank. Basketball team called the Detroit Pistons. There should be another one called the New England Bags of Sugar. There's a basketball team called the Utah Jazz. There should be another team called the Salt Lake City People with Taste. Ha! Take that, Jazz! Setting the stage on fire, lighting it up. Look at this. Guys, I recently started an organization called BCW. It stands for Baby Championship Wrestling. That's not what it sounds like. That's unethical. Like, that sounds like I'm making babies wrestle each other, and who would want to do that? No, that's wrong. I'm the only one wrestling the babies. I am a trained professional. I was watching this wrestling program, and, like, you know, a 7-foot guy slid in the ring with a bunch of 5-foot guys, and the announcer said, "This is like a man fighting children." I was like, I can do that. That sounds great. It was a realization that, like, I could try to get in shape and, like, wrestle people my own size, or I could just wrestle children. That sounds a lot like, if there was a video game called Child Fighter, and I was the lucky guy who got in it, people would pick me every time. Like, they'd look at the 8-year-old and be like, "Man, Timberwolf is in the process of being raised by wolves. That sounds pretty cool." On the other hand, look at the reach on that lesbian. I don't know what looks more intimidating, his arms or the beard. That lesbian's got it going. Guys, I recently went to a comedy show, and one of the comedians there said that the first time you do stand-up is a lot like the first time you have sex. I have to disagree on the grounds that the first time I did stand-up, no one in the audience said I was the worst comedian they'd ever heard. That's kind of a downer. Why don't we try to bring up the energy a little bit? Guys, let's do some relatable material. Has anyone here ever broken up with their girlfriend, and your girlfriend's giving you the reason she's breaking up with you, and then you leave, and then she calls you up the next day, right, because she remembered more reasons? Thank you very much. My name is Wes Corwin. I've been telling jokes for about 2 years now. 35 Twitter followers. Everything's on the up and up. Gotta tell you, if I want to make a change to the old career, I need to do it now. Check this one out. I want to change my stage name to Everyone, right? So no matter what happens, if someone asks about a show, I can get excited. Someone asks, "Hey, Wes, how did your show go last night?" "Oh, man, after my show, everyone went crazy. Everyone started throwing chairs around, kicking people in the shins. Everyone got thrown out and had to walk back to his Honda Civic drunk." Let's get right into it. Guys, I recently realized that I'm never going to be a good father. Just not in the cards. And the reason is that I didn't have that project when I was in high school where you raise a flour sack for 2 weeks, right? And the thing is, I can't just do that now, because, like, when you learn a lesson as a younger person, you, like, apply it to lessons you're learning when you're older, and it, like, becomes this bigger thing over time. Like, I have to scale up, so I can't just raise a flour sack. I'm 20 now, so, like, 16 raise a flour sack, 20 years old, I gotta raise a horse as a human child, right? So I'm raising this horse. It is difficult, guys. It is way different than the parenting books talk about. I'm shopping around for kindergartens, right? And, like, it's just weird. It's really frustrating because, like, I'm concerned about my horse child getting bullied, but he's fine. Like, I might be guys who are missing out on this joke. This is a humdinger, folks. This isn't a cute little Wes is sneaking a horse into a stable and sneaking him sugar cubes because he's so sweet. That's not what's going on. I am raising a horse as a human child. I am putting it in tight child clothes so it's angry all the time. And then I'm putting it in a kindergarten with your children. I'm a danger to myself and those around me. Anyway, biggest problem with raising a horse child is all the advice people give. Right? Man, it is frustrating. I'm trying to raise my horse child. You gotta feed your kids, right? So I've got this cup of water. You ever notice that horse children have parabolic mouths? You can't just put a cup to the side of their mouth. It pops out the other side. It's ridiculous. I'm sweating. I'm going crazy. And the horse is just in his booster seat whipping his head around. It's the worst. And I'm trying to force the entire cup down his mouth so gravity solves the problem. I'm like, get in! And my friend walks up, sees me frustrated, tries to add some levity to the situation, and says, you know, Wes, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink it. Turn around, don't tell me how to raise my son. I take a swing at him. We get kicked out of the CC's Pizza this happening in. Someone apparently calls the police. CPS gets involved. I'm currently in a custody battle over my horse child. Sorry, this joke got serious. Biggest problem, the attorney working for the state is a scumbag. First day of the trial, puts my horse child on the stand, trying to convince the jury that I can't relate culturally to my child. Looks at the horse. Look at the horse in the stand. Jury, look at the man in the chair. Look at the horse in the stand. Look at the man in the chair. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, that is a horse of a different color. Suddenly realized probably should have named the horse DeMarcus. Finally, the attorney walks over to the stand, starts brushing the mane of my child just to frustrate me, because this is my favorite activity, and says, why don't we ask the child himself? Brushes his mane more and says, is Wes a good father? And the horse goes, nay! And the attorney goes straight from the horse's mouth. That was really bad. Alright. Since I'm on a roll, why don't we close blue? Guys, you know, it was a harlot who didn't earn her legacy, was a slut, what a Jezebel, Cinderella, right? What a tramp, what a tease. I don't know if you know this, but when a sports team does really well and no one sees it coming, it's called a Cinderella story. And, it's because no one saw it coming that Cinderella got the prince. But they totally should have seen it coming because she invented having sex on the first date. That made her the #1 seed in any kingdom. The girl that was practicing the waltz for 10 hours a day trying to win over this dude, she was the long shot. If anything, a team that goes all the way and no one sees it coming should be called an Adolf Hitler story. Because that kid was an art student, and then a failed art student, and then the dictator of Germany. That kid went the distance. No one saw his success coming. He believed in himself. He did it on pure self-esteem. There should be an 80s movie about Adolf Hitler where he's just talking to his high school friend, and he's just frustrated, and the friend is like, you can't do it, Hitler. No one believes in you. You don't have what it takes. You'll never convince the world that Jews are inferior. And then Hitler just slams the lock and he's like, you'll see. Good. Oh, man. Thanks, guys. I don't know if my name is Wes Corwin. My Twitter is @WesCornfield. There it is. Just do what you will with that. And if you want the Napkins Twitter, it's on the sugar packet. Napkins Twitter is Sweet Joke because my comedy is a lot like sugar. It'll kill you. Eventually. Yeah. Guys, I'm in a great mood. Don't know why. I'll close with this. My girlfriend wanted me to dominate her in the bedroom recently, right? And I'm like, okay, I can do that. So I creep over, sexy, reach over, I turn on my PS3, Put on NBA 2K12. Beat her by 35 points. Dominated. Thank you very much. My name is Wes Corwin.